I am going to find us on the computer. This is Georgine from Two Long Dogs and a Stamper, and I messed up the other one, so hopefully you'll be able to find me. But I'm going to find me on the computer because I messed up the other live. I hit the button before I was supposed to, and yeah, that didn't work. So let's see if I can find me. There I am. I think I did it. So hopefully other people will find me. Let's see. And let me know if you can hear me and see me and all that good stuff. Sorry about that. You know, you would think after, I think I've done probably 5 videos, I should be able to do this without messing things up, but I seem to always mess things up. I'm a little too close and personal. Let's scoot back a little bit. See if that's better. You don't really want to see my face that close. Maybe up a little bit. That any better? Well, let's see. Okay. Can you hear me? Let's see. Anybody out there? I see one other person is watching. It's probably my sister. So Vic, is that you? If it is, can you tell me if it looks okay and if you can hear me? That would be great. We are here to do some more cards. I have 4 cards and I love this stamp set. It's a suite, and it's a big suite, but it's an awesome suite. I was a little afraid of it at first because it looks kind of fancy dancy, and I'm not a fancy dancy kind of person, but the more I play with it, the more I like it. And these 4 cards, and I did one side of a scrapbook page, I'll show you later. I didn't complete that yet. I could do so much more. Like, you can have 2, 3, 4 classes on this because there is so much to do. I haven't even touched a couple of the dies or the stamps. But let me go ahead and show you the stamp set and where it is in the catalog. So let me point you down, and hopefully we can get this right the very first try. Here we go. Let me loosen this a little bit. Sorry. One of these days I'll get this right. Oh, now I gotta turn you because I think you're upside down. So let me go ahead and turn you. Ready? Don't get dizzy. Let's see if this works. Okay, so what do you think? Look good? There we go. Okay, so like I said, I screwed up, so I'm hoping people will find me if people are looking for me, because I screwed up the first time and went live too early. But let's go ahead and start, and I'll show you things here. So this is the new annual catalog. Love it, love it. It's got such pretty things, cute things, all the above. And this suite that we're going to be using, it's called Beautiful Gallery. It's on page 52 and 53 of the catalog. Well, it's on actually more pages. It's on 52 through 55. Actually 52 through 57. It's huge. It's item number 165217, and it's a big suite, so it's $139.25, but you get tons of things, and I'll show you everything that you get in it. The colors, oh, I need my glasses. The colors that are in this suite are Peach Pie, Mossy Meadow, Lost Lagoon, Secret Sea, which is a new in color. I love it. It's so cool. It's like a black and blue together. It's just really dark. And Crumb Cake and Basic Beige. A lot of my favorites. So this is what scared me because I think it looks really fancy dancy. I'm not a gold frame kind of person, or whatever that is, like a gold or bronze duck or the candle holder. Just not me. But it is so pretty. If you get the suite, you get 2 stamp sets, 2 sets of dies, an embossing folder, a thing of embellishments, and then the paper. And the paper is gorgeous. I showed it on my last video. I showed all about it, and I hope I showed the paper so you could see what it looked like. But this is what we're going to play with, and all the examples in here. It just gives, it's just a beautiful set. So let me get the real thing out instead of just the catalog. And hopefully it shows 3 watching, so I hope you're really out there and everything looks okay and that you can hear me and all that good stuff. If you can let me know, that would be great. I screwed up the first live, so I had to start a new one. Same old, right? When you come and watch me. Okay, so this is the Gallery of Blooms. This is one of the stamp sets. Oops, sorry. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stamps. This big frame die, and then a bunch of dies that go. Every single one of these has a die, and then there's also other dies, additional dies that are just on their own. So there's that. There is this one. This one has mostly, obviously, the sayings, but it also has dies and special dies. Okay, we're going to be using this die, and this die, and this die. These I have not used yet, but they're pretty cool. They don't go, well, I'll try to show it to you so that, oh good. Thank you, Christina. Thanks, Vic. I don't know what I did earlier. Well, I know what I did. I was trying to put the phone in the holder, and I hit the button before I was supposed to, and then I panicked and ended it, and now we're starting up again. So hopefully it's good. Okay, so these dies don't cut all the way through, and I haven't even used these yet. I was thinking I might use them on a scrapbook page because I did 4 cards without using them. Like I said, we can use this forever because there's so many things that you can do with it and so many ideas. So there's that stamp set. There's these embellishments, and they came like this, and I don't know what happened to them, but they still work. They're still sticky on the backs, and they're still really, really pretty. If you can see them, they're kind of a brassy look. I kind of like them. They're called pressed flower motifs. You get basic beige ribbon, and I've used this quite a bit, not just with this stamp set, with many stamp sets. I love the basic beige. We are using some of this to texture notes because it's like a favorite, these rectangles, but that does not come with, obviously, the set. And I think we're using some of the sentiments from The Right Words, possibly. I can't remember. Again, another stamp set that doesn't come with it. Just something that I like. And then the embossing folder. It's called Mask Designs Embossing Folder. So it's just got, I don't know if you could see that. Yeah, you can see it. It's just a little, I don't even know what you would call it, but it got a paper that goes with it too, so you could see it more. I will show you the paper, even though I showed it last week, but I'll show you again. It's called Beautiful Gallery. It's 6x6. I love this 6x6 paper. You get, I think, 4 sheets of each. I'll have to look. I've cut up quite a bit, but it's just pretty. There's scenes. So let's see. There's this scene. So pretty. I have not used that scene yet, nor have I used this. That's really pretty. There's this scene. I have not used it, but I have used this side. And that's kind of the same thing it's similar, or maybe, actually I think it's the same as the embossing folder. Okay, there's this scene of trees. And then a pretty gray. This we used, and I love this. It is so pretty. And I colored it with the Stampin', why can't I think of what I want to say, Stampin' Blends. I'll show you, we'll show it. And then there's this side. It's really pretty. It's kind of faint. It's not like in your face bright. And then there's this I have not used yet. Another very pretty scenery. And then just the brown. It looks like it's painted almost. And then this I have not used. See, there's so much I have not used. So, and this one confuses me a little bit. I don't know what I'd do with that, but I'm sure somebody will figure out something really cool. And this one I used in this one, in the on one of the cards. And then there's the back, the beige. And this one we used on a card. This one's so pretty. I love the colors. And that, I kind of want to do this with a scrapbook page or something. That would be a pretty card too, and you wouldn't have to do much. This one, we use the back side of this one. We use this. I use this actually on the scrapbook page I did. I'll show you later. And then we use this. I really like this piece. And then I love the back too. It almost looks like plaster. Oops. And this one. Oh no, wait. I'm sorry, I think. Yeah. And then there's this one. I think this is the paper we used. I fibbed. I thought it was this one. It's this one. And there's one more piece. Hold on. This one. Use this on the scrapbook page I did. And I'll show you that again later. And then that scenery. So pretty. So the paper is actually gorgeous. And you can do so much with it. Okay. So what do you think? Are we ready to get going? Let's go ahead and start our cards. I did not use that frame. I used it, but I did not give it justice. We're going to start with this card, and I did use the frame set with it for this, but only 2 parts of it, and I'll show you what we do with it. So with this, you would get the piece of paper. We're going to use this, and I hate to cut it up because it's so pretty, but we'll use parts of it, both sides. You get, of course, the card base, and it's the typical 5.5 by 4 1/4. And this is a piece that we're going to cut this out of. And I got this from Rose Coleman, this idea that if you find a piece of paper in your kit, if you choose to purchase a kit from me, you would then have a little corner cut off, and that means that you're going to be using it. You're not just going to stamp on it and leave it. You're going to be actually using it and possibly cutting it too. This is the inside also, these two, so I'm just going to do this really quick. And this is the outside for the frame. So let's get started by doing this paper. And for us to do this, we need the frame. Let me pull that out. It's this big thing. And it really is a cool thing. So you're going to get 3 pieces. You're going to get the outer, the inner, and then you're going to get the rectangle. And the outer has the little indentations to show like a frame, like it looks like a frame. This one does not. but all I did was decide where I liked it, where I liked the picture. And I kind of just centered it on the house. I mean, you don't have to do the house. You can move it around, but I kind of just liked it because there's another little section over here too. I guess I'll add that too. No, we want this frame also so we can save it so we don't waste it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get that set. Use a little post-it tape and get it on here so it doesn't move around. And I usually do my die cutting on the floor, but I'm going to go ahead and show you because I haven't done this in a long time and showed everybody. So they have numbers on it, the plates for the die cut, 1, 2, 3, and to cut a die cut you need 1, 2, 3, and then one more 3. Let me bring this up here. I don't like doing it up here just because there's not a lot of room and it's kind of hard to, but we're gonna do a couple of them so you can see it. And you just crank away and you're gonna hear cracks and things, and that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. There we go. Go ahead and put this back down. And clean this off. So when we do this, we get the center piece, which is what we're going to use. Pull this off. Let's see, put that back. And then you're going to get the 2 frames. And you can use either side. I just saved this. I did not use it on this card. So I'll put that to the side, but I did use this part. And then we can use this paper later too. Okay. I also embossed the front. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring that back up here so you can see it being embossed. This is not a 3D embossing folder. So what you need is number 1, a number 3. Let's move it forward. Can you see that? And then the embossing folder and what you want to emboss. Now this, I'm only embossing half of it. I'm not going to emboss the whole thing. You can emboss the whole thing, and normally we line it up on the line right there, but I want it to be all embossed up to the fold. So I'm going to just not measure it, but line it up. And then I'm going to put the other plate 3 on it. Try your hardest for it not to move, which it did. And we always have the opening to the left, or the folded area, the folded part of the folder going in first, because if not, it might break the folder. And you just go ahead and put it through. I'm gonna stand up. It's not cooperating here. It's just because of the table. There we go. Sorry, my hand. And there you go. Easy peasy. And then we did half of the, okay? Alrighty. Okay, now we can start. This one is the simplest. We're going to go ahead and do that die cut. That's, I can't remember which one it's in. Okay, it's in the other one. So it's not in the Gallery Blooms, it's in the Beautiful Motives. And it's this one. And I'm going to take this piece line it up and use the tape that's stuck to my hand. And I'm just going to go down and not bring it up onto the table. Saying I should put maybe one of our TV trays and see if I can put it next to it. Next time I will, because then I don't have to keep going on the ground or on the floor. So I think it's just you and me, Vic. Christina, I think, left. Christina, are you still out there? I like this die. I used it in a couple of the cards. I just think it's, I don't know, it's simple, but it's so pretty. And you do have to pop out all the littles, which is no biggie, right? I do know there's a trick that you take a dryer sheet and you roll it through the die cutter with this, and it gives it, like, it takes the static off so that the piece that you're cutting does not stick to it. But I have not done that yet, but I've heard that it does work well. I have to get more dryer sheets to try it. Okay. So now we need to start putting things together. This, I went ahead, let me get rid of this garbage, and I stamped Just a Note, which is in the Beautiful Motifs. I'm just going to find it. That's a thinking of you. Just a Note. And I used pecan pie. Oops. Don't want to stamp it upside down. Well, I guess I could have turned the stamp around. Okay. I love pecan pie. I use it on a lot of things. These are totally my colors. The crumb cake, this is crumb cake. The pecan pie, the old olive, or mossy meadow, so pretty. Stamp, stamp, stamp. Right about there. There we go. Easy peasy. Stamp, put it back. Last time I got so messy, I'm going to try my hardest to keep things in order. Okay, so I went ahead and matted this on here, just like that. So let's just add a little glue. So if you want this class, you can purchase a class for $25, or you can purchase $40 worth of product and then get this class for free. When you do that, you also get rewards for purchasing product. All you have to do is sign up and you get 10% rewards from Stampin' Up! To use on another order. You can save them up, or you can use them for your next order. It's however you like, which is pretty cool, because then you don't have to worry about like having a party and only certain people get the rewards. Everybody gets rewards now. So this, all I did was pop up with the dimensionals. Really like this back side too. It's a pretty paper. This DSP is just gorgeous. the backs. And line it up. Oops. Go ahead and push it down. Let's line it up from the bottom. Fits perfectly in there because that's where it came from, right? Okay, then I took, what did I do with my, oh, there it is. I snipped it about here because we didn't need that much. And we're just gonna tuck it in. And honestly, I shouldn't have pushed this down because we need to tuck it in a little bit more. Figure out where to put it. Let's see. You can stick over the side because this is going to go on the card itself. So let's do about there. You can add more glue to it, but I think there's plenty there. You know, with the dimensionals. Maybe this piece right here can use a little glue. A tad of glue. Just about. Just a little bit. There we go. And then we need to add glue to the back of this. And put it right in the center. I put glue there, but I guess I didn't. Oh, I did. Just hold it down for a second. There we go. Okay, so let's do the inside. The inside I stamped. Let me go ahead and see. I used a stamp from in here, and that was this one. And I used a stamp from The Right Words. This is a new set and I love it. It's got such cute sayings and I love the font and I love the Sending Good Vibes, and that's what I used on this one. So I used crumb cake for this. I think crumb cake and, let's see, where's my crumb cake? Oh, there it is. I used crumb cake and pecan. The flowers I used crumb cake, and the words I used pecan. Let's see. Okay. Stamp, tap, tap. I'll put it right off the side just a little bit. Wipe that off. Just using my chamois. You can get those chamois in the catalog and the little boxes too. Let's put that back. Close up this pad. We don't need that right now. Get any of the crumb cake on me. And then we need Sending Good Vibes, and that'll be in pecan. Is that you back, Christina? Okay, right. And then we just mat. I'm one of those that likes to mat everything, so my cards get a little thick and a little heavy, but I think it's worth it. It makes it look so much prettier. So we'll go ahead and mat this to the mossy green paper. So the Stampin' Up! Rewards is new. It's only been since around, I think, the 6th of May. And you just need to go to my site if you'd like to place an order, and that's GeorgineDarbro.stampinup at stampinup.net. I'm sorry. And you can place an order through there. Just make sure that my name is up there and that you sign up for the rewards, because then you get the 10% that you can use on the next order. If you'd like just the class itself, it is $25. There we go. And I think I added a little bling. I did. Always have to add bling, right? So, looks like I have a big one down here. I don't know what happened to them in the mail, but this is how they came. But there's, like I said, they're all still sticky. And even if they weren't, we can just put it out of glue. But they are. One there. And I think a little one again up here. There we go. Easy peasy. That one is done. Okay, I'll put that one to the side. Let's see, which one should we do next? The others have quite a bit of stamping, but I did a little bit of it so you didn't have to sit and watch me color. So with this one, this is the card. I did not use, even though it kind of looks like I did not use the frames, but I used two separate dies, and then I had just embossed the back. And I went ahead and did the outside flower, so you don't have to watch me do that, but I did not do the inside, so that if you wanted to see how I colored them, you could see. I used, what did I use? I used dark peach, light peach, and I think a little of the light Cajun. No, not Cajun, Calypso. And light peach for the flowers. And then because of that paper, it's got Lost Lagoon. I used dark and light Lost Lagoon also. And I did this the same as I did the inside. So I always start with a dark color and give the little highlights. Just wherever you see the highlights on the stamp, that's where I usually do the dark color. They kind of show you exactly where to go with the highlights. I'm not perfect with this. I just kind of go and think wherever I think looks good, and then I do it. And then I color it in with the light one. The light peach pie. And then I always go back and do a little bit more dark. And in this one, what I did was I went back and used the light Calypso Coral also, because that's in the paper too. The DSP that we're using. Oh, and I needed dark crumb cake for the center. So dark crumb cake for the center. I love coloring. I've said this many times. So I went ahead and used a little bit of the Calypso Coral. Oh, I'm going to use the other side. This is, yeah. I have to get a new Calypso Coral because my brush side is kind of dried out, but this side still works. I like the brush side a lot. Gives that little extra something. little more dimension with the Calypso Coral. There we go. And then the leaves, I use the light and dark Lost Lagoon, another one of my favorite colors. Oop, use this side. Okay, so again, you see the lines on the leaves that the stamp gives? That's what I do the darkness with, the dark color, so that you can see the highlights. And this one we're not going to cut out because it's the inside of the card. But the other flower, we will cut out. So this is the light Lost Lagoon. I think I need to get a new Lost Lagoon. It's drying out. You can tell the colors I use a lot and the colors that I don't. These are favorites, so they're starting to dry out. Okay, and then I'm just going to go back and do a little bit more of the dark so that I can get that dimension. It's, you know, whatever you think looks good. There's no right and wrong in this. There. Okay, done coloring for now. I'm going to put these to the side. Kind of proud of myself at staying somewhat clean. Okay, so we need to cut out of this. In this, you also get, I'm sorry, I should have went through this. This is that new color. Secret Sea. I love this color. So pretty. So it's a good neutral. And you get a piece of Lost Lagoon. You have to emboss a piece that that we die cut this part out of, and then this is die cut out too. And those I used, which I've been using a lot, the dies from the Textured Notes. And we need this one and this one for that. And then we need to emboss. So let's go ahead and first, let me make sure that's right. Let's cut this out. So I'm just going to use my cutter and trim it up so we don't have that big of a piece of paper. And I'm going to go ahead and use a piece of Post-it tape. I like the Post-it tape. You can use washi tape, but sometimes it rips the paper or the stamp that you're using. So I found Post-it tape works the best. And then, let's see, are these the same? I can't remember. Yep, they are. And then I'm going to add this to the basic beige. And then we need the flowers. Which you probably can see, but I can't. What did I do with the flowers? This is the inside. Oh, here it is. Get that die out. This one, that die is in the Gallery of Blooms. Every one of these, the stamp I should have showed you is from here, the Gallery of Blooms, and each of these stamps has a die to cut it out. So no fussy cutting with this one. It's right here. Go ahead and line it up. Little more. So how's everybody doing out there? I see a couple people. I think that's just my sister and me. I see 3 sometimes. Line this up. Tape it down, and I will be back. I'm just going to go on the floor again to use my die cutter. cricking and cracking. I thought I was breaking it, but it is not breaking it. It is just making its groans, grunts and groans to work. So we have this piece. I'm going to save this little piece. I could probably use that for something. There we go. Put this die back so I don't lose it. And then this die. Like that. And then the flower die. Okay. Get rid of this. This is for later. Okay, we get to stamp this, wishing you love and happiness that lasts a lifetime, and that is from the beautiful motifs that come with that suite. I think that is a really pretty saying, and the font is so pretty. I don't know, I just like the font. So let's go ahead. I used Secret Sea on this. I keep saying this, but it's so pretty. I just love it. Sorry, my table keeps moving. Stamp, stamp, stamp. And I just put it at the top, kind of centered. Let that soak for a minute. Fuzzy on it. I'm gonna let it be, but I had a little fuzz on it. Doesn't surprise me with my animals. Okay. There we go. And then let's go ahead and put it together. Okay. Oh, no, forgot. I need to emboss this. So this is when you line it up. You know how before I said the other one I couldn't line up because it was half of the card. This one I can. So we're gonna go ahead and line it up with that line. Close it up and I'll run it through really quick. Tomorrow, I have 11 days until summer vacation. I am so excited. So I can do a lot of this. A lot of crafting. Okay, so what I did was I just centered this. Okay, I made a mistake. And please, when you do this, make sure that you have, I mean, I guess it really doesn't matter, but I kind of think if you look at this paper, these big flowers are going up. I really think it should go that way. Mine are going side to side. I mean, then these are all going, the vines are going everywhere, so I don't think it really matters, but if you think it does and you feel like it should, just watch the way, ooh, that would be pretty too, that piece. The way the flowers are going. I love that paper back there too. So cool. So I'm going to go ahead and center this. See what I mean? See how those flowers are going side to side and not up and down? Center that. Scoot it up just a little bit. See. You have to put a little extra glue on this because of the embossing folder, the bumps. Just make sure it sticks. Then I'm going to take this and do the same thing. We're going to center this one on that DSP. And then we're going to take our flowers and use dimensionals. Make it stand out just a little bit. There we go. And I just put that in the corner of the basic beige, just like that. Make sure it's close. Yep. I don't want to put it on upside down. Okay. And center it in the secret C. And then this gets matted onto this one. And this will go on the inside. I didn't put a sentiment on the inside. I mean, you're more than welcome to. I just didn't. I thought it could be very general. You can just put your little note on it. Again, center. And then add bling. Oops. What I did was I put two big ones, or I mean two big ones about here. 1, 2, and then a little one. 3. And, oops, card number 2. Done. Let's see, which one next? I don't know, these are my 2 favorites, so I'm not sure which one I should do next. And I should have tied a bow off live because I never tie bows very well. So there's this one. There's quite a bit of die cutting, but I did coloring so that we don't have to do the coloring. You don't have to watch me color again. So there we go. I think I colored on the other one too, but we do have to die cut. So this is the big flower from Gallery Blooms. That's this one right here. And it's got a die, and we need that die. And then we also need, oops, sorry, this die. And this die, we need to make 2, unless I think I may have a piece in there. And this die. I used 1 and a partial of that ferny kind of die. Oh, good, I did. So we only need to make 1. If you got the kit, you would need to make 2. The other thing I did was I used this DSP instead of this DSP this time, just to change it up. We'll see which one looks better. I already stamped and colored the inside. This green, I forgot to clip it, is for this die. This is for this die. Oh, and I used the nested notes again for the little sign. And that is, which one is it? This one. So like I said, there's quite a bit of die cutting, but I did stamp and do the coloring ahead of time, so you don't have to worry about watching me do that. But let's go ahead and die cut these. I love this die cut. It is so cool. I wonder if I'm going to get all these on one die cut mission here. We will see. This one up, put a piece. There we go. Okay, let's see if we can get everything on one plate. What do you think? Big ones first. I don't think we are. No. And I have to do two. I'll do two on each. I know I could probably put more on it, but I don't like to take the chance of it moving or not cutting quickly. I'm a little bit of a chicken that way. Still will be fine. Not as perfect as the other one. Again, this would be another good die that you could use the dryer sheet on because it would come out so much easier then. But again, I didn't have a dryer sheet available. I have to get for some more, and then I will try it. We'll try it together maybe next week. How's that? Actually, next week I am using dies, but they're not like this intricate, you know, and detailed. But I love this die. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. I think of it as a fern, but I mean, I have no idea what I'm talking about when it comes to plants. I think they're pretty, but I can't grow them. Okay, let's get rid of this. I'm gonna put this through. These last two. One again, and that's all its little pieces. Be a little gentle. I pulled it off the other time I made it, and the top flower pulled off because I pulled too hard. Okay, there's that. If you drop you're not going to hurt them, but all the little pieces fall out. And if not, give them a little poke. Yep. Throw this out. Okay, do we have all our pieces? I think so. Let me put these back really quick. So, let's take these apart. Put them back in the stamp sets and die sets so that we don't lose them. Proud of myself. I'm keeping things a little tidy. If you watched me previously, I didn't do so well doing that. Takes a little time, but I think it's worth it. I'm usually not a very tidy scrapper or stamper or crafter. Okay, last one. Oh, there we go. One more. It goes in the Gallery of Blooms. Okay, so let's go ahead and stamp this. This one we are using those the right words, sentiments to someone worth celebrating every day. Use that. And I kind of moved it a little bit farther to the right because I cut part of it off for it to work with this card. Yeah. And I went ahead and used the Secret C again. I always find it hard to stamp when I can't look over it, but the camera's in the way and I don't want you to have to look at my head. Oh, it's a little higher than I like, but that's okay. It'll work. So I think we have everything. Oh no, gotta make a bow. Not good at making bows on video, and I told myself I was gonna make this bow before. Let's see if I can do it. Wish me luck, drum roll. Let's see if I can do it. I feel like I waste so much ribbon because I start out so big because I can't make them small. Maybe. Oh my goodness. This might not be too bad. Not bad. I'm a little proud of myself there. Yay, that's not too bad. Okay. So what I did was I just snipped this a little bit so it fit underneath the flower stem a little better. It doesn't matter if it's straight or not because it gets covered. Okay, let's get the paper here. Remember I used this piece instead of the Calypso Coral one, and I think, what was the other, the pink, Petal Pink. So I used this instead, so I'm going to go ahead and put this down. Backside is so pretty, hate to cover that up, but that's why you get, what, 4 pieces of each. So you can cover it up and use it on something else then. And of course I have to mat it because I love matting everything. I think it just makes it look prettier. Sometimes you have to add a little more postage because it's such a thick. Thanks, Vic. Because of so many layers, but that's okay. Okay, so this is the main piece, right? But we have to add all these things underneath it. So I always put the main piece down and then start putting things underneath it so we know where things are going to be. This big eye goes over here. And then I used part of another one and put it down here. Oh, I think I only did one of those crumb cakes. I might have to do that over. I only did one of these and I need 2. Something like that. And then I put one of these down here. And I need to make one more of those. Don't know why I only made one. I think I threw the paper away, but I have enough. Here it is. Let's see if I can get another one out of it. I think I can. Glad I didn't throw it away. So, let's see. There we go. Easy peasy. There we go. So, then when I have them all kind of in the general area, I pick up the main part and then glue down the rest. So I'm going to pick this up. I'm going to put some glue on everything. Now that I know kind of where they're going. I know you can use those glue sheets for this, but I don't know. I just add a dot of glue everywhere that I think in the bigger areas, and it seems to hold it very well. I don't think it really matters. If it was a big piece of detailed, I would use those sheets, but I don't know. I feel like this is just as easy. Okay, so let me go ahead. Got a piece of paper stuck on my finger. Pick this up. Put this down here. Kind of have it up in the corner. The glue does dry clear. So do the same for this piece. Definitely don't need it on every single little weave. I'm going to go ahead and put this down here. Lots of layering. Here. This one stick out a little bit more on the top left. Oops. You can take some of this bulk out if you choose to, but I just don't. And then this goes right about here. And I use dimensionals for that. Go ahead and snip these. Use it all up. So who's loving this weather? I kind of love it. Kind of sometimes don't love it because I'm not a hot person, but I don't think it's been too hot yet. I think it's supposed to be kind of warm tomorrow, but then it's supposed to get cool again. We have a lot of field trips coming up at school, so all we hope is no rain. We get to go to the safari place in I don't know if that's considered, I think it's considered Pell Lake, where we used to live. We're going there and then going for a picnic and for ice cream, so that should be fun. And then we do another picnic for just the 4K, for like a big celebration for them to finish 4K and do some fun things there. So we have a lot of fun things go on. They're tiring of the body and tiring of the brain, but it's fun to get them, take them out, and do different things. Okay, so put that there. Then we'll add our last two little sprigs. So this one's kind of time consuming compared to the other. I'm gonna have to lift it up a little bit here. There we go. And my other one. Oh, there it is. Go. There we go. Okay, and then this I tucked in down here. Like so. Lift it up just a little. Add the bow to the bottom. And which side's prettier? What do you think? This side? I think this side's prettier. I like using the little dots, the glue dots, for the bows. They're pretty sticky and keep it in place. Okay, put that. Problem is I got it stuck to my finger. There we go. Now we got to be careful because this bow will hide the words the way I have it. I just tuck this kind of like underneath this. There we go. Okay. There we go. Put this to the front of the card. Just keep it always, make sure it's even on all the sides as well as you can. It's the only problem with all the mats, getting them to line up okay. And then on the inside, sticky finger, I'll put this. Again, another mat, because I seem to always want to mat everything. This Calypso Coral never used to be one of my favorites, and I've been using it a lot. I think I used it in the class before this one also. Next week's stamp set is so far from this stamp set. It is so different, but it's super cute. Like, this one's pretty and elegant. I'll show you what I'm going to be doing next week. I got 2 of the cards made of the 4, so I will show them to you. There we go. Okay, so which one do you like better? I can tell you right now, I like the first one better. This one's pretty, but I think this one's so much prettier. I don't know. Oh, I forgot to put the bling. Let me get the bling. Add some bling to it. Oops. Put one here. Oh, that one needs sticky. I'll put that later. That's probably why it fell out earlier. Okay, put that one here. And I put one up here. And one over here. Obviously, you can put them wherever. Okay, now, there we go. I still like this one better. This one's pretty. I do like it because I do like that color, but I like this better. Okay, last card coming up. My favorite is either this one that I just did, but in the Calypso Coral color, or this one coming up. I think this one is so pretty. I used the Secret Sea again, and it's kind of it's a fun fold, but not too crazy fun. But I colored the DSP too, and I'll show you. Obviously you don't have to, I just thought it needed it. Okay, so Calypso Coral, I did it 4 1/4 by the 11, and what is that called? Bent it in the middle, but I can't scored it. Scored it at 5 1/2, so it's a long card. And then I cut off 3, I think 3 inches. I'll show you. Oops. Let me make sure. I'm going to measure it. I think I cut out 3 inches. 2 1/2. Yeah. Yeah. I cut off 3 inches to make this fun from one of the sides. And we use that to make our fun fold. Let me get this and burnish. If you want it to open and close nicely. Okay, so this is the inside. I only did a little bit. This is for this piece. This is for this piece. Now this piece again is that that textured notes. Now I probably could have used the frames, but did not use them. I only used them once. That's why I said this stamp set, there's so much you can do that I haven't even touched on. There's so many dies and stamps that I didn't use. So I'm going to go ahead and die cut this really quick. Okay, and then I'm going to measure this so I can cut the pink. I don't know why I didn't cut the pink before, but I can't remember. 3 3/4 by 2 1/4. So 3 3/4, 3 7/8 by, what did I say? 2 5/8. So I went to my first craft fair this past Saturday. Not the best craft fair for me, but at least I got out there and tried. Yep. Okay. So we use Thank You for Everything, which is from the Beautiful Motifs, and I went ahead and used The Secret Sea again. But not a lot of people. Some people, but not a lot of people, and not many people interested in Stampin' Up, that's for sure. I had a bunch of stuff, not a bunch, but I had some things to sell, but what I really wanted to find were customers. And I only had one person interested and took a catalog, but it was the first craft fair, and I'll keep on trying. That's all I can do. One day, it'll work, right? Okay. At least it was a beautiful day. It was a very beautiful day. Okay, so I'll go ahead and clean this off real quick. Put it away. Okay. So what we did was I took, let me show you this again. I'm sorry, I'm jumping. Making it too quick here. This is 2.5 by 4.25. So I, you get a full sheet of this just so you can play with it and do what you want with it. But I did this area because there's so much more flour, and it's 2.5. So really, let's see, just under. Right, let me see, make sure I did this right. Yep. And then it's 4.25, but just under. And then you need to do it for the inside. In this flap, same thing. So let's do that again. I know you can't see me, but I can't put the, it's hard to fit it up there. Okay, and what I did with this, because I didn't like the white, I mean, I like it, but not for this because I wanted the pink flowers, so I went ahead and took a, I think I used the light petal pink, and I just went around, and wherever there was the darker, I did the pink. Just to give it a little pink color to it. I mean, you could do wherever you want, but that's what I did. And you don't even have to do it. The white will work also. I just thought it was like a nice touch. Again, gave it a little dimension. And when you look at it, after you're done, it doesn't even look like you did it. It looks like it's part of the paper. So one, and then do the other one. And I'm kind of just scribbling, not making any rhyme or reason to it. Okay, now we're ready to glue things. Okay, so what I did was take one, whichever one you want on the front, and add it. I just changed my blade. I've been doing so much crafting that I might have to change it again. Okay, so this goes down first. There we go. And then this one goes on the inside. matted on the pink, the petal pink. And then the piece that you cut off here is going to go here. And I use dimensionals. You only want a few because you're just popping up the one side. Cut some more. I have the windows open, you hear the birds. I love it. Somehow my fingers are really sticky. So now it doesn't want to work. And then center this. And then add this to the front. No, guys, husband's coming home from work, I think, and they're moaning and groaning. He's a little early. And then we're going to use dimensionals and pop this up. Usually he stays out until 9 when I'm done, but for some reason, maybe I'll stare at the cup until I'm done. Either that or the dogs will get all goofy. Nope, I guess he's not. Shh, guys, no. Oh, I'm sorry I didn't get to pick this off. Yeah, it's not gonna work, but come on, guys. The dogs are gonna bark, everybody. Not that there's many people, there's only me and Vicky, so. Okay, so close to being done. Shh, guys, doing good. No bark. And I just put this. Oops. Shh, 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 shh. Good job, guys. Oh, I'm proud of them. They didn't bark. Nice.
Good guys. Good puppies.
Man.
Okay.
Okay. Put this here. You have to make sure you don't put it on, which I just did, the stem, because it'll stick. It'll be okay. Okay, and then we're going to do the inside. I'm going to go ahead and mat this. Oh, let me stamp it first. I should never, I put You're So Kind, which is from The Right Words.
Awesome.
Up in the left corner, I think. Yep. There we go. Oh, that was a messy one. I pushed too hard on that. I'm glad I didn't ruin my paper. And let's go ahead and glue this down. My Hazel dog being jealous because my husband is giving my Gus dog attention.
Sorry.
it's okay.
Should we go to bed?
She's jealous. Okay, and then let's close this up.
Wait, yeah, we can come in.
Okay. In here. I think this one's my favorite. I like these colors together. And then we just need to add some bling. And all I did was add a big one, a small one, and a big one. And I put the two big ones first so that I can line up the small one in the center. Oh, yeah, that's small. No, that's big. There we go. Ta-da! Okay, I got a little messy at the end, but not too bad. Okay, and there they are. See? Okay, let's see. Let me show you the 4 cards we made. There's the one that we just made. I'll put these side by side because these are the same but a little different because of the paper. Then this one and this one. Like I said, I didn't use a lot of the stamps or the die cuts, so this could be easily another class full of things that you can do. Let me show you the stamps, the scrapbook page I'm working on. I do 12 by 12, but this one I did 8 by 8, and I only did one side so far. So this is using that same stamp set, and I folded it by accident. You could put a 4 by 4 here. You could put a 3 by 5 here. This is just for pretty, and then you could put a 3 by 3 here. And I always leave just a little bit so you can put the picture underneath like that, and they could go under here, and then this one by itself. So I'm going to make another page for this. I just haven't done it yet. And I was thinking of possibly doing a live next Sunday for this, if anybody's interested. So I think I'm going to try it and see if anybody likes scrapbooking. Scrapbooking was always my first love, and then I started doing stamping and card making, but I love scrapbooking, so I thought I'd try this, but I love it. I love this suite. It's so pretty. Okay, so I'm thinking to do that. I might do it either this Sunday after night at 7 or next Sunday at 7, but I wanted to show you next week's cards. It is usually using this stamp set. It's called Turtly Awesome. And I'm not going to show you everything, but it's got stamp sets, it's got stamps, dies, paper, bling, and ribbon. It is pretty awesome, but like so different than what we just did because it's cute. Cute, cute, cute. This one is Hope Your Birthday is Turtly Awesome, and then Hooray. So I love that. This one I colored. This one I just used the dies and the paper. And it says, Sweet friend, here for you always. So I'm going to make 2 more. I just haven't done that yet. And this is going to be for next week, Wednesday at 7 o'clock. Okay, I think that's it. So, please like, share, follow, subscribe, all those things. If you don't see this now, please go ahead and if you see the replay, tell me that you did. Put replay and send me a little message so I know. And subscribe to my YouTube channel, or like and share Facebook. You can reach me at georgies2longdogs@gmail.com, or my Facebook page. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's try this again. You can email me. Oh, I did this wrong. Huh? I have to remake these. You can email me at georgies2longdogs@gmail.com, or you can message me on Facebook, 2longdogs and a stamper. If you'd like to purchase product from me, georginedarbo.stampinup.net. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna turn you around because I think I gotta turn you or I'll be upside down. So if you don't wanna get dizzy. And then I need to turn you up so you can see me. Let's see if that works. I'm trying to get this used to this. Not too bad. Just gotta move this around. Okay, so yeah, if you think you love Stampin' Up! Like I do, and you love the product and want to get a discount, you can always be part of our Stampin' Up! And be part of my team. Just let me know, give me a call, or I'm sorry, give me a text or an email or a message on Facebook. There's a great deal going on where you purchase the starter kit for $99, but you get $165 worth of product for free. So something like that is you can get that whole suite that we just worked with. Hold on. You see, this whole suite is $139.25. So if you love this suite, you get this whole suite in your starter kit, and then a bunch of adhesive or paper to go with it. Or if you like just a catalog so you can look things through, please contact me. I'd love to send you one. Okay? Thank you so much for watching me. I hope you have lots of smiles and love for the next week, and I'll see you next Wednesday at 7 o'clock. Thank you. Take care. Have a good day. Bye-bye.